Now tell me, Coach, were you able to see Jerron Boots Ennis against Stanionis this Saturday?
Yeah, I watched him. I watched him. I watched him. Phenomenal.
Jump.
The kid
Well,
looked phenomenal, man. Oh my
yeah.
God, he looked phenomenal. I wanted to tip my hat to Boots. I mean, what's his dad name?
Bozy.
Bozy. I want to tip my hat to them and those guys over there. Phenomenal job, just phenomenal, man. This kid looked so fucking good. Jesus Christ, that boy didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance when the bell rung to the little guy. Marvin stopped it.
Right.
You know? But that was a good. That was a good. I mean, I'm glad he stopped that fight because the kid didn't have a what's his name.
He wasn't
So
gonna make no
listen,
adjustment.
listen. I'm gonna go back.
Stanionis.
I'm gonna go back some. This is what we do in Omaha, Nebraska.
Well, man, I want to say congratulations with all the success that you've had right now as being a coach, and you know you're looking like a runner up of like trainer of the year. I mean, you got Keyshawn Davis. He taking up these big tasks. You
Right,
September, you got Canelo Alvarez. I mean that's a whole monster in itself. I think you could become trainer of the year just off of a win right there alone.
right.
But congratulations on your success. And I want to bring it back a little bit. This is the first time that you've been on the platform. I got to see you and meet you in LA shortly, but I see that you've had like, a professional career. You even fought Butterbean. Um,
Yeah.
Tell me, what has that, brought to your coaching ability today? Your overall aspect of just having a professional career, knowing the business aspect of it, and then passing it down to these fighters that you have now.
Man, I will tell you this. That is a great question. That's the first time somebody ever asked me that question. And I will tell you this: what I did in my professional career and what happened to my professional career, I would not let that happen to the fighters that's under me. I will comb the earth. I will comb the boxing world. I will comb anything that's possible to make sure these kids got a better chance than what I had. Now, some of the kids, they just got to fight out the dirt because they didn't have that glamorous amateur career like myself. Uh, but some of the other kids is medalists, silver medalists, Olympians, you know what I'm saying, national champions, and they got that little bit of, they got that amateur pedigree, and it's easier to work for those guys, the kids that got the amateur pedigree, than the kids that don't, and I recognize that with inside myself. So I always said this, and I always told Bud this: I would never let your career go through what my shit went through, from the management aspect all the way down to the training aspect. I was trash. I was all right amateur. I went to the national a couple of times. I got runner up and all that. But when it came time to turn professional, I was okay at the beginning, but then towards the middle and towards the end, I'm gonna tell you like I tell everybody else, or I talk about it. I was trash. I was straight up trash because I didn't take it serious. I didn't train like I was supposed to. When I took a fight, I probably took a fight overweight, out of shape. All everything above that a fighter don't supposed to do when he accept a fight, but I did. And so then I see that, and I noticed that in me, in my career, and all the guys, the friends, the guys that was around me, I noticed that. So when it came time to train professional fighters, the good ones, I was like, hey man, we got to get this shit together. And I went through that process of some of the guys I was training that wasn't that good. And I would get called the B side, or find guys that's been in the other gyms is like, hey man, you want this fight? But total my banking call was when Terrence and Red Spikes, that's in the corner with me,
Mhm.
Rosendo Robles, those guys, they was amateurs because I know they was the top of the amateur division. I was like, I kept saying, yeah, wait till my guys turn pro, wait till my guys turn pro. I'm gonna change this shit. And what I do, I changed it. I changed it, and I made sure that those guys had the adequate management team and the training behind them before they took that step.
Yeah, wow. Now tell me what has been the most glorifying moment in your professional career, and then also in the same token, what has been your more glorifying moment as a boxing coach?
The the glorified moment as the my career is just being labeled one of the best coaches in the world,
Mm.
and 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 that's great. I love it. I mean, I take it, but I look at myself, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm just an everyday dude with boxing in his blood, and ain't trying to let these kids down. I ain't trying to let these young fellas down because I want to see them grow. I love to see fighters grow, even though if they not that good. I still want to see them grow. Even if they start off, uh, uh, you know, uh, like a Keyshawn, I still love to see him grow. I want to see him grow because he have to grow mentally, he got to grow physically, and the most mental part for him to grow, or a fighter like him to grow, is just got to grow into the business. He got the boxing tools he got what it takes to be a world champion, a multiple world champion on the powerful pound list. He got all that. You know what I'm saying? As a fighter, but as a man going through the business end, fighting for the money that he gets, and see him do good by his money, see him do good by his family, see him make good business decisions, see him happy, see him, you know what I'm saying, take care of his son. I love to see that, man. That's my most gratifying moment because I get to sit back and say I helped that little young fella.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And by just going through with Terrence, the first world champion ever had, just going through with him. Now I tell the coaches that coach alongside of me, hey man, we got the blueprint. All we got to do is just stick to our plan. We got to stick to our routine, what we do every day. You know what I'm saying? What we do year by year, day in and day out. There's still gonna be some tweaking along the process because fighters are different. But that's one of the gratifying moments as my career.